Hello and welcome to this video on HashSet methods in Java. This video is an extension of set and HashSet video, which is the previous, which covers the introduction. And this video consists of the extension of some of the important methods in HashSet. So let us dive into the coding part. So the first thing that we'll be looking at is union of sets. To perform the union between two sets, we can use add all method. So for example, in this example, I have initialized my java.title HashSet. We're not going to use set, so we're just going to remove that. So we'll define our HashSet, which will be an integer, and we'll go about even numbers equal to new of HashSet less than greater than and semicolon. Yeah. So we have defined a variable even numbers. We'll define odd numbers equal to new of HashSet open close and semicolon. So here we have defined two hash sets, even number and odd number. We'll fill these with some of the values. Even number dot add is equal to 2. Even number dot add of 4. And we'll have two odd number values. Dot add is equal to 1. Odd number dot add 3. So now we have 4 numbers for each of these hash sets. And now I'll try to perform the union of sets. So I'll be performing union of sets. So union can now be written as, I'll try to overlay my even numbers into odd numbers. So what do I mean by that? Even numbers dot add all into odd numbers. So by doing this, let us check. Let's compare first our even number variable before this add all operation is performed. And we'll check our even number after this union operation is performed and check the difference. So Java C test main Java test main. As you can see, before we perform the union operation, our even numbers hold the values 2 and 4. By using add all, we are now able to add all the elements of odd numbers into the even numbers variable and making them union of the sets. So this is called union. Now let us see about intersection. Intersection, I would like to, rename this variable because it makes much more sense than numbers. And I'll change all these variables to numbers. Let me explain why I do that. It's always a good habit to name your variables for what purpose it is created. So for me to perform intersection, we must have common elements between these two variables. So I'm just gonna change my number 1 to 2 so that we perform. So if I have my variable name as odd number and have even values, it doesn't logically make sense, right? So that is one of the reasons why I changed my variable name to number. Now that I perform number, instead of add all, I'll be using my method retain all. So by using the retain all method, what happens? The common numbers between these two variables is retained in even number. So our output should logically provide 2 as our answer. So Java C test main dot Java test main. As you can see, before the operations are performed, our even numbers contain 2, 4. And once you use the intersection of sets, I'll rename this. intersection of sets. By using the retain all method, the value 2 is now stored in my even number, which is nothing but the intersection of sets. So now coming to difference. To calculate the difference between two sets, you can use the remove all method. So we'll change these examples a little. I'll rename my variable to prime number, and I'll have my values added to this prime number. Dot add to prime number. Dot add 3 prime number. Dot add 5. So I've added 3 values, and now I'll have my odd numbers as my variable. So let's try to find the difference between these numbers, and I'll add some odd numbers. Dot add 1 odd number. Dot add 3 odd number. Dot add 5. So I added 3 numbers into odd number variable and 3 numbers into my prime number variable. Now to perform the difference, what do? I use my remove all method. So prime numbers dot remove all, and now I'll use my odd numbers variable. So whatever it is in my odd numbers, remove them. So that will provide me my difference of a minus b. So if I try to print this out, prime number, let's see the answer. I'll have my prime number printed before. So I'll have my prime number printed before actually getting into the difference, and check the comparison. Java C and Java. As you can see, our value 2 is returned. This is because the difference between prime number and odd number 3 and 5 are common. So for a minus b, the leftover number is 2. So how do I perform b minus a? I just reverse my roles. I convert my prime number to odd number, and I'll have my odd number to prime number. So this provides me my reverse, and the value can be checked in my odd number. And I would like to check the value of my odd number, so I'll just provide my system out here. So let us check if it's working properly. It's working properly because our odd number value is 135, and 35 is common, and the leftover value is 1. So our value returned is 1. So this is intersection. So these are some of the methods that can be used in HashSet, which are useful in our real world applications. Hope this video was helpful. In this video, we saw about union of sets, intersection of sets, and difference of sets. So see you in the next video. Thank you.